everyone, my name is Justin. Today I'm going to be demoing my app. It's called Kioncidence. It's basically just a Ruby on Rails application that's going to get information from this API regarding cryptocurrencies. So as you can see here, this is where we're making the request to the API. So once we have our object that it returns, then we go ahead and we parse it into JSON. And then once we have it in the JavaScript object notation, then it was pretty easy to just go through and extract the information that I wanted to display on the page. So at first, it was only going to display a couple of these because it would reach one of these attributes that it wasn't returned in certain coins. So in order to remedy that, I just went through and added these begin and then rescues, which is basically like a try-catch if you're familiar with some other programming languages like Java. Anyway, so that's how I was able to fix that issue. So it goes through, it gets 100 of these coins, and then after it does that, then it's going to create these coin objects with each of those. Each of these has accessor methods right here, and it also has a constructor which takes in the name of the coin, the price in US dollars, the hourly volume, the daily volume, and the monthly volume. You can see this is where it was calling the constructor and then actually storing each of these in this array. And now if we go back over to the index.html, this is where I would like to highlight some of this embedded Ruby that was used. So again, we have a begin rescue on this whole thing just in case there's any issues with displaying any of these. And so as you can see, this notation right here, which kind of reminded me of PHP as I was writing it, is where you can actually embed lines of Ruby code into the HTML. So that's what allowed me to generate this whole home page with all 100 of these with less than 50 lines of code, which was kind of cool to me. Anyway, so other thing, let's just verify that these are real-time prices for all of these coins. So if I refresh this page, you can see it updates right there. So we're at 19,106. If we press this Buy Now button, it's going to launch the Google search for a Bitcoin. So once this gets back, we should be able to scroll down and Google will tell us the current time that they have, or the current price, sorry, or exchange rate. So as you can see right here, it's pretty close. We can go back to when we were on before, refresh again. Should be pretty similar. It looks like our exchange rate is a bit higher than the one that Google shows, but prices are fluctuating constantly, so it's all determined by just averaging the exchange rates in different markets. So all of these, you can see each of these coins, which is kind of neat, I thought. And then, okay, so the other thing I would like to highlight is once we get down past a bunch of these, you can see that we have a new coin flashing here, which is basically, these are the coins that did not have any information in their JSON that was returned from the API. So for those, I added this new coin thing to kind of teach people about some of these newer coins that are available, such as Song Coin or this monetary unit token. So yeah, that was something that I thought was kind of interesting. If we go all the way down past our 100th coin, eventually we should have this return to the top of the page button. So I just use that to get back up to the top here. You can see I'm already signed in. So I'll go ahead and sign out and see we're successfully signed out. So I'll go ahead and sign up and create a new user. So I'll just call this user@gmail.com and I'll just give them a quick password. And now if I sign up, it's going to go ahead and add that user into our database. So now that we're successfully signed up, we have access to all of this. So I'll go ahead and sign out just to show you that the sign out and sign in actually does work correctly. So now if we return, it was a user@gmail.com and then re-enter their password and then hit log in. So now we're signed back in successfully. And now we also have access to this My Coins option, which is basically like the user's portfolio. So like let's say for example I wanted to add a new coin. Maybe JMU now has a coin, so we'll add the JMU coin, and then we'll say it's going to be worth 30,000 USD. Wouldn't that be awesome? So now we have our JMU coin, and we can go back to our other coins and see the other coins that we've added to our portfolio. We can return to that asset, and now we can delete that coin. So now the coin is gone. Alright, so one other feature that I added was this charts feature. So the idea here is that basically if we return to this home controller, once these objects get created, my plan is to have the hourly volume, the daily volume, and the monthly volume get added to our database in a separate table, and then we'll be able to return that information from this table to display graphs to show the volume as it's increasing and decreasing over time. And that's pretty much my app. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a good one.